Greetings, YouTube. This is a tub stopper that does not stop. In fact, it's caught in the half open, half closed position, which means my shower doesn't drain. The stopper is no longer attached to the mechanism. So, to fix that problem, I'm going to have to remove this shelf and access the area behind my shower. Something I've never done before. So we're about to try that and see what happens. I've cleaned all the shelves off, and now it's going to see if I can get this thing off without too much damage to it or me. Well, here's the space behind my shower, and it's a half-assed job if I've ever seen one. Your support work is horrible. And this is all connected. So I'm going to have to disengage this whole plate on the front. Oops, sorry, you're sideways. Disengage this whole assembly to get to that, I think. This is going to be a pain in the butt. But at least I'm behind the tub, so I can actually access things. So let's see what I can do next. Alrighty, update. The mechanism itself is broken. The area that the plunger assembly attaches to has been eroded right through, so it's useless. And while removing the screws, one screw came out fine, which is now at the bottom of my tub. And this one is rusted all the way through and just snapped in half. So we have completely removed the assembly, and we are currently using drain cleaner on the drain, hoping to get it to flow. Because if we can get it to flow, that's my big concern. Now the reason I want to be careful is if you notice down there, there's a pipe that's a T-shape, but it's a right-angled T-shape. That looks to be made out of bronze, and it looks to be very old. And though that knurl right here is a fitting, I could very easily grab that with my adjustable plier with my channel locks. I am terrified that this entire thing would just disintegrate, and I don't know of any way to replace these things unless you have to go through the ceiling downstairs, which would be very expensive. So at the moment, I'm doing some triage, and triage is going to be, can I get my drain to work? And if the answer is yes, I will return the plate to back where it was without the plug assembly. And then I will silicone the whole thing closed so that it's as watertight as possible. And then we're just not going to worry about it for a while. And if I find myself in a situation where I actually need to use the tub, we'll just stick a stopper in the tub. We'll go low tech. Because I'm really terrified to do anything to that fitting there.
I appreciate his caution.
Yeah, my wife says she appreciates my caution, because I really don't want to hurt that thing, because it's got some erosion on it, but it's not leaking, so I'm really hesitant to play with it. So at the moment, the drain cleaner that we've poured into the drain is doing its gig, and I'm keeping an eye on it because I want to make sure that it's not actually eating through the pipe. And then we're going to test it with some water and see what happens. And if we can get this to work, then more power to us. And I think I also might have a little plastic drainy zip tie thing somewhere. I may try that as well to see if we can get some crap out of there. Alright, we'll see what the next step is. And here's the disgusting mechanism that was in our draining system that just did nothing.
This lives in all of your homes.
Yeah, this lives in all of your homes. After having used one application of a drain cleaner, the drain is now flowing much better. So I'm going to reassemble the assembly that I found, that I discussed earlier. Then we're going to probably do another application of drain cleaner. And again, if we need to take a bath, we'll just get ourselves a stopper for the tub and not worry about this thing, because it's going into the garbage as soon as I'm done with this video. But interestingly enough, while poking around behind my shower, I found this. No idea why. I don't know how it got in the wall, but it's in the wall. So now it's back in the shower, and to reassemble the the cover just so it looks better, and we're not going to be leaking any water between the pipes and the outside of the tub. Alrighty, the shelf is back in place, and it's much more securely fastened than it was because I used proper fasteners. And I like to point out that I just love this little Husky nut driver. It is so handy, and my S-Twing pry bar, which is designed for removing trim, is just a little gem. It really is quite nice. And that is the MP250, which is really quite cool little tool. So now it's going to be going to the hardware store because the silicone I had is too dry to use. So I'm going to go get new silicone so I can seal up that plate, because at the moment it's just held in place. I want to seal it so the top is waterproof and fill the hole in it. It doesn't have a screw in it. And at the moment we're just going to call it good. We'll also see if they have a stopper while we're there, because, you know, we may need one. But so this has been a successful project in the sense that we now have a drain that seems to function.
It's just going to be nice to not have water around my ankles when I'm showering.
Yes, because we were showering and it was just, you know, you end up with 4 inches of water, which is no fun at all. And if you wanted to take a bath, you couldn't, because again, it wouldn't retain the water completely, but it also wouldn't drain completely. It was a wonderful combination of poop. So, success, I guess. Go get some silicone, and then don't really need to film that part. So, job completed.